welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Veronica. Welcome to the Blast family. As you can tell by today's title is how I deep clean my Keurig. So I wanted to show you guys how I clean it. And it does say that you're supposed to do this every 3 to 6 months, but this is a very old machine. I think I've had this for about 3 to 4 years if I'm not mistaken. But yes, definitely make sure that you clean it so you can like remove that mildew or buildup or whatever you want to call it, that like white residue that it leaves on there. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how I deep clean the whole thing and how many cycles I do of the white vinegar, and I'm gonna show you guys what I actually use, and let's go ahead and get started with this video.
Okay, so this is how it's looking. As you can tell on the side, it looks really like cookie white on this little area right here. So it's definitely in need of a clean. And when I opened it up, look at how gross this looks. So we're definitely going to be cleaning that area. Just make sure you're careful because look at that thing on the very top. It is very pokey. So we're going to be using white vinegar as well as Dawn soap. And then this little brush that I have like to clean bottles and stuff like that. But I use it to clean other items. So that's what we're going to be using. But you can definitely use a toothbrush or just a napkin to clean other areas. So we're going to go ahead and just take it apart. I'm just going to place everything in the sink. That way we can go ahead and wash it off. I'm just rinsing it off with some water first. That way I can go ahead and add the soap and then add additional water. And I'm just taking the Dawn soap and I just put a little amount on there and just soaking it with hot water. That way it can just soak up all that nastiness and residue or whatever you want to call that. And I do remove this little area here because I wanted to wash that. It's extremely dirty, but I'm being very careful because it has little pokey thing in the middle, and then also at the very top it has like a little sharp area. So I'm going to go ahead and remove everything. That's also going to be washed as well in the sink. And I am going to spray it down with my method cleaner just to clean it off a little bit as well on the outside. I feel like it did get a little dirty, so I'm just doing the same thing over here and brushing it with that little brush that I have. I'm doing it from the inside and out as well. And I'm doing the same thing here with this little same brush. Again, I've seen people use toothbrushes. I've seen people use napkins for this little area. I did dip it in some soap and some water so I can go ahead and get all that gook out. And then I'm going to be doing the exact same thing at the top area as well. Just be very careful because of that little sharp metal thing on top. I'm just trying to be extremely careful, but I'm going to be doing the same thing all over this little area. Just using a rag, that way I can go ahead and just wipe everything out. I'm going to be using also paper towels, but you can use the paper towels for everything. You don't have to just use the rag, or you can use the rag as well for the whole thing also to wipe down the inside and things in that nature. But I used this little brush again on this corners because it was driving me crazy. I couldn't get all of the nastiness out of here, this little area. So I was trying to use everything that I could to clean it, and I decided to use a napkin in the end just to make sure that I am getting everything in there. All right, so now that this is done soaking in the Dawn soap, I am actually going to grab a sponge, and I'm also going to clean it out with a sponge and clean all the additional items with the sponge as well and soap. All right, so now that everything is dry, we're just gonna put everything back together. That way we can start rinsing the inside of the Keurig machine. All right, so I'm gonna fill it up with the white vinegar up halfway, a little bit over halfway with the vinegar. Now, I didn't have the big cup of vinegars. I just had this little tiny one that I ended up purchasing at Target. I had two of them, so I ended up using those. And like I said, a little bit over halfway, we're gonna go ahead and start rinsing it and just putting everything on. Now I do it around 3 times until all the vinegar is out, and then I add some additional water just to make sure we rinse it with additional water. Then I like to actually clean it once more before I add my regular water for my regular coffee cups. So it would be like a total of around 3 to 4 cups of vinegar and water after that you mix in, and then you let rinse out. That way it cleans the inside of the Keurig. And then after that, like I said, I add water to make sure that all of it is gone. And then that's going to be my last cycle. All right, so then once we are done with that, I like to rinse everything out again and just rewash it. I didn't show when I was re-putting everything together, but yes, it is basically rewashed. And then we add the regular water as well. All right, guys, so there you have it. That is how I clean my coffee maker. If you guys clean it any other way, definitely leave me a tip down below. Let me know how you guys do your cleaning of your coffee machine. And like I said, everybody cleans it differently, but that is just the way that I do mine. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. This is how it looks now.
All right, guys, and that is it for today's video. If you guys like these type of videos, definitely give this one a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing. Make sure that you guys do hit the bell notification. That way you guys get notified on my next cleaning video. And I'll see you guys next time on my next video.